They've established their inside presence.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Winslow's checked in for Josh McRoberts. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Russell Westbrook in for Steph Curry.
You know, they changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Now everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his moves.
And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Johnson. Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. James checked in for Winslow, and it's Brown in for Goran Dragic. James checked in for the Thunder. Now a timeout called by Miami.
For my man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 3-pointers a game, he's shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Steven Adams. Thunder comes in for Payne. And Steph Curry subbed in for Russell Westbrook. 51 seconds left to play in the first half. It's Brown with the drive and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first
Hey, guys, talking about Paul George, the continued improvement of his ball handling is key to generating more offense. That was a weakness of his coming out of college. He's worked on it, but making it a strength the way LeBron has would go a long way toward getting him to that next level.
Curry wide open, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Curry's got 15 points.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Here's Brown, and it's blocked by Curry.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can have a lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And that is good. Curry's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Puts up a 3. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Thunder lead by 18. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Berg standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, do you think the defense will be...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 17 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well played.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third.
Give it up for your
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen.
Curry is playing extremely well. He has 17 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and got good looks, he's knocked them down.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant and Ibaka playing at the 4 and 5. Thunder is out there with Steph Curry, and it's George in at the small forward position. Now here's Curry, and that one comes up a bit short. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. So he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
So it's the Thunder now. The Heat knocking down the tray. George, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Brown outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They got to get up into the center.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Brown. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Thunder.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable. And for the most part, he was after those incidents.
And the Heat call time here.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
And the Heat with some changes. Smith comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Brown in for Goran Dragic. The drive.
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times, a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
That was really a...
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And, you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
And the Thunder with some changes. Enes Kanter comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Payne in for Curry.
Cameron Payne.
It's Brown with the drive. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Steven Adams is checked in for the Thunder. Brown, good.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flavor.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot-making gives you a chance to do that.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Now, here's Brown. He's got 17, and the dunk by Westbrook.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing is that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
But they get it back. Adams, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Thunder lead by 10.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
The shot by George, no good. Miami's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering. The second half. Brown with it. Westbrook picks him up. Brown dishes to Whiteside. And a wide open look for James. Offensive rebound. To the middle. It's stolen by Smith. Well, it's been an
Give it up for your
and the final period of play just about to start. The Thunder leading by 8. On the wings, it's D. Wade and LeBron James. Whiteside is out there with Josh McRoberts. And it's Brown in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Curry gets the bucket.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
It's Brown with the drive.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Now James. Paul George missing from long range. The feed to Wade. Brown outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. Curry outside. Curry with another miss.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on it.
There's Brown with the 3. The Thunder leading by 5. And George kicks to Curry. Takes a 3. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
And the Heat call time here. One guy who's been getting it done so far is Stephen Curry.
He's dialed in for long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
Checked in for Miami.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Looking at Oklahoma City, they want to turn it around after the loss to Minnesota. Curry can't get it to go.
Yeah, they collect one there, but overall, minus 10 rebounding for the game.
And you wonder why they're losing big? Well, wonder no more. I mean, you hit the nail on the head there, partner. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
The Heat trail by 7. LeBron passes to Whiteside. LeBron dishes to Brown. Kicks it to Whiteside. The shot's good. Brown making the point. 8 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field. And everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line. And they found a way to do it here in the second half. Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Brown. 28 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today has been no different.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total. And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now. Maybe wants to make a change.
I agree. He was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the Heat call time here. Johnson is checked in for Miami. Bang comes in for James.
Luol Deng.
The Heat trail by 6. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And McRoberts kicks to Johnson. There's the dish to McRoberts. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
And it's Brown missing.
And they've had the edge and rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
And guys, you've seen it countless times in a close game. Hustle plays can really make the difference. He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Smith, no luck.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Now here is Smith. Brown with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Johnson, the pass to McRoberts. Johnson against George. Deng kicks to Johnson. Drills it from outside.
Johnson,
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Thunder, and it's blocked by Deng. They get it back. Durant for 3. The rebound by Johnson.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
Smith for 3, and it's Smith again missing. And George, here we go, misses from close range. Fast break, here they come. From deep three-point range, and it's Brown missing. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
You're exactly right. I mean, take care of the ball, work the clock. It's a wrap.
Yep, nice game.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks. Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving us a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Johnson, and Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Smith. Timeout called. They're behind by 6. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer. That's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
Brown dishes to Whiteside from past the arc. James the pass to McRoberts. And here's Brown outside. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they stop stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach. And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
It looks like he took that last three a little personal.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Greg. You saw it in his eyes. I mean, heck, that was a payback shot right there. I don't think there's any doubt.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all.
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first.